Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day with Pastor Sunday from Kyiv, Ukraine, and I'm here again with some of the most hungry, I think, ministers that I've met in the past few years. And I mean, can you imagine a pastor that's so busy with his own church, an international ministry, coming over to Ukraine for the third time in 1 year? No. You cannot beat that. That is real longer. I mean, the man paying his trips and, hotel, everything, conference and spending money. Then bringing teams of people who are also spending money for something. So I've asked in the previous program, why Ukraine? Now, the question that I want to throw out there now is, does it worth it paying this kind of price, such an amount of price in money, in labor, in time, in sacrifice, and is this something you would recommend to any minister?
Oh, absolutely. We've not been in the price. You've paid the price. We are living off, eating off the price you paid. I mean, when you compare what it cost us versus what it cost you, it's minuscule. And talking about if it's worth it, let me just give one example. On the last trip when I was here, I had a guy with me whose name is Derek. By coming to Ukraine with me and hearing what I heard, his life's changed. This guy, up to that time, has worked about 2 jobs for 21 years. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. He had a regular full-time job and a part-time job that is held for 21 years.
He needed to survive or what?
Well, America, you just buy bigger houses, bigger cars, and bigger things. I mean, and that's what we've been taught in church. Just get all you can and frame all you can and just sit on the can and don't do anything with your life. Until he came here. And he realized there's more to life than just accumulating things.
Wow.
So the guy left here and said, Pastor, I'm going to quit my job. I said, what? Within a month of getting there, he quit his job.
Are you serious?
Yes. So what I'm saying to you is,
what is the job to do what though?
To pursue the kingdom of God fully.
Wow.
Now,
did he begin to do anything? Was there any
he became my outreach director for the church. Wow. To live out everything we've heard here and create a system to allow us to do evangelism and to reach our community on a consistent basis. So he kept the part-time job. He has his part-time job, but quit the full-time job. That's what he did. So what I'm saying is, I mean, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? How can you quantify that? If that's the only good that came out of that trip, it's worth it. Derek's life, his wife, his children, and generations to come will never be the same.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes. And now as a result of that, I've released him in the church. We want to talk about church shift, outreach. I don't do it.
Okay.
I put him up there.
Now, apart from you, does anybody else in the church,
yes,
see the change in Derek?
Everybody sees the change. You can't see Derek with us in the change unless you are blind. Yes, because the guy is lit up like a light bulb. Everywhere, every time, 24/7. Yes, it's a change man. Absolutely.
No, because some people know you. You are a very, very popular, prominent minister, especially from within people from Nigeria and Africa. Yeah. Now, can you tell us 1, 2, 3? These are the concrete changes that I personally have experienced. So it's not talk.
First of all of a sudden, you see a model. You now have you're no longer flying in the dark. Mm. Okay, you've read this revelation. You know it's there. You know it's true.
It too.
You've preached it. You know it. But there's nothing tangible. There's no handle that you can hold and say, yes. So you are pointing people to something you've not seen or done.
I see.
So that lacks credibility. So now, though, having seen what's happening here, we know that we know that we know. We know. And then we are able now to put those things in place. So there's a new passion, a renewed, ignited. Oh yes, absolutely.
But you've always been a passionate man.
Oh well, we need to redefine passion because of what I've just found.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, we need to redefine passion because now all of a sudden I look to wake up in the morning because now I know where we're going. It's a different ballgame. Absolutely, totally, completely.
Look to wake up
and knowing where we're going. Versus thinking, is there another reason for today? Oh yes.
Okay, that's number one.
Yes.
So, but you also.
And then the message is different because now you can preach this message now with much more audacity, because now you know, you've not just heard it, now you've seen it. Now you become like Apostle John. We've handled it, we've seen it, we know it. So now when you preach a message from that perspective, it's not just words you are speaking; you are imparting life. Transformation is taking place, and that's what's happening in congregation. Oh, okay. Since June, since we started teaching and preaching this message, a guy came to me one day and said, "Pastor, I want to do a Daniel project." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Now in this community, we have a lot of people going to high school that need help with SAT, math, and English preparation.
Good.
I want to offer that as my contribution to the movement." They started it already.
Brilliant. To the community.
Yes.
How did I remember this?
Yes.
No.
I have not been there one time. I don't know what they do, how they do it. It's already started.
Can you imagine another one coming?
That's what I'm talking about. So and people are hearing this, they're knowing this because we announced this to the congregation. And the first night they announced the thing, 28 people showed up. Kids.
It is their own ministry.
Yes.
You don't need to be the chairman or the president.
I've never been there. I don't even know where to hold it.
Yeah. My God.
We just give them a platform and they're doing it. 28 kids.
For the first time.
6-week course. Since I got here in Kiev on this trip, I got an email that the first 6 weeks of the class was ending. It's ending this Wednesday, today. Today, it ends today, the first 6 weeks. Somebody started that. It's not my idea. And that's what we're talking about. People being able to tap into their God-given resources and redeem a part of the earth back to God.
Since then, though, do you think your life in these past 6 months, you said it has drastically...
I just started ministry.
What will compare?
I just started ministry.
No.
Listen. Okay, let me put it this way. We've planted about 750 churches.
My God.
In northern Nigeria. Okay? About 3 or 4 years ago, God said something in Accra, Ghana. I remember the place and the time. The question God asked me, do you want to continue to do what you're doing the way you've been doing it? That's a scary question. God asking you that question. But I said no. And then the scripture that came to me was John 1:4. In him was life, and the life was the light of man. God said to me, Bank, when Jesus comes to a place, he takes over. There's a revolution. There's enhancement. There's a quality of life improvement. I got that part. The next part, which I did not get for a long time, was how now do I implement this?
I see.
So immediately I shut the school down. That was the first thing I did. The school that's producing these churches, that's doing nothing. Because the churches are there in the communities. They are just as miserable as they were before.
Just any other church.
Any other church.
Just adding to the number, but not transforming the culture they were in.
I was in a village in Senegal, talking to a pastor. Nice building, built by Canadian missionaries. So I said to him, how many people come to this service, to this church? He said, 5. Myself, my wife, and my 3 children. 5 people in this beautiful building? And then went on to say something to me that confirmed what God said earlier. He said, I drink my tea with no sugar. They drink their tea with no sugar. Why should they leave their tea with no sugar to come and drink my tea with no sugar? In other words, he's saying this, I'm a pastor, my life is miserable.
Wow.
Why would the villagers leave their misery to come and join my own misery? So in that sense, that church had no governmental authority over that area, doing absolutely nothing to change the lives of the people. And that's what we did for a long time. We planted churches that had a physical presence, but do nothing to change the environment and the community in which they're living. So we had to stop that. So we had to get a new model. And since we came here in June, the school in Nigeria started. No, since I came in April, the school in Nigeria restarted. We renamed.
Wow. It's worth it.
Yes.
It's worth starting again now.
Yes, in Nigeria.
Because you now have the complete package.
Complete package. and complete understanding that we have to disciple nations, not the person.
Brilliant.
So now we call it the School of National Transformation.
Brilliant. Wow. Not the individual. You are just working with one person or running from one to the...
No. And helping the people, the students to understand, before we only went after preachers. That was another bad mistake. We did not look at the 7 spheres of the society.
Okay.
So now, though, we students come from everywhere because we understand that everywhere they are working is a mission field. If you're a policeman, the police department is a mission field. Customs officer, that's a mission field. If you're a preacher, your church. So now the understanding is coming, and we're able to implement that. Yes, it's a new day entirely.
So it's a tangible shift. But you see, many people who are looking at you, they might think, is this man really telling the truth, or is just complimenting Pastor Sunday, just saying good words? But it could be, it probably couldn't be true, because they know you. And people know the impact of your ministry.
Well, first of all, why would I want to compliment a man? Why would I not compliment the last guy that I was with? A nice platform.
Brilliant. No, I can't believe it.
How much money have you given me?
That's brilliant.
So, why would I not want? I've been on the huge platforms to the glory of God. And I've been blessed by many of them to say that fairly.
You've seen it all, though.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, why will I now want to be a propaganda machine for you and not for them? When in fact I was getting something tangible from them.
I see.
No. This is a matter of truth. It works. It's changing people's lives. It's changing my life. Yeah. Changing my wife's life, for crying out loud. My wife was here with me in June this year. Never seen the change I saw in my wife. That's what I used to do the whole church. When I go back to church, I said, listen, don't take my words. Look at my wife. That's what I told her. I said, my wife was with us, went through the program, and I'm telling you, if it worked for her, it worked for you.
So your wife,
yes,
she also traveled to see many things all over the world.
We traveled together.
So
for the most part,
she's saying a lot as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And you said you've never seen that kind of change in her, like
no, I've never. We got here the very first night. She didn't sleep at all. She did not sleep for 1 minute. No. 1 minute.
Are you serious?
No, she did not. I managed to get 1.5 hours. She didn't sleep at all. she was so focused on the assignment. I said, what in the world? What's going on here? Yeah. She did not doze through any of the trainings. Not 1 second. Oh yes. Wow. It's a life-changing experience. That's why we brought people on this trip, and that's why we're going to bring more people in the future. And that's why I come with them. I want them to know how much of a stake this is. If it's important to me as your leader, you need to be there. We model what we want to see. So that's the